Hi there. So for this coaching video we're going to look at a Kaisa. Like he said, he hasn't been playing for a few years. Season 6 he was gold, then he took a couple of years break, and now he's back and he wants to climb this season. So far he hasn't played any ranked games, but that's okay. Let's just look at this one. So you're playing Kaisa and Lux versus Vayne and Trundle. Trundle with Ghost Ignite. Don't really know what's going on there, but should be a free lane as long as you don't get condemned too much. Yeah, by the way, so before you start the game in loading screen or in champion select already, you can always think about the matchups. I don't really know if you do that, but for this example you're playing Kaisa Lux, so that means Lux is kind of a poke champion, but later on she turns into an all-in. And so do you. Especially when you're going AP or poke, when you're AD, when you're going an AD build, you're more like a short trade, bursty kind of AD carry. So more kind of poke, and later on you turn into an all-in composition. But Vayne Trundle is most likely going to be all-in. Especially with the pillar and then Vayne ultimate and the passive. Yeah, they're just gonna try and pop off. Let's get to the juicy part. Leashing blue. Oh no, jungler is starting red, so you've got a free level 2 advantage.
Punish him a little bit more.
Oh, I see. Yeah, the voices are kind of high volume and your voice is kind of low. So I'm gonna try and see if we can hear you without having our ears bleed because of the voices. Alright, that's good. Trying to zone her, harass her.
I don't want to harass her too much.
Why not too much?
Yes, no.
Sorry, why not too much?
I don't want to lose my own yes, no.
Okay, yeah. That's good. That's great. First her heal. Well, I couldn't have done it better. So what I like is let's just back it up. You hitting this minion and then queuing the rest of the wave along with the Vayne. I like that because it kind of maximizes the damage you had on Vayne, and it gives you the level 2 advantage. The Lux stun, really nice. Poke, getting it all in there.
Shield. That's why we wanted level 2.
You also didn't greed because one or more auto and it would have procced your passive, and no, not the pressy attack, but it would have procced your passive. Maybe you would have thought, yeah, I can kill this guy if I flash after her, but no, I like that. Some more trading, all great. That's unfortunate. It's not too bad. I mean, especially when you're ahead, you don't really want to lose CS, especially when it's free like that. But I mean, it happens.
That one, because like, we deny CS, right? That's all that really matters. We can deny this cannon. We weren't able to, but it's fine. I think we won the trade. Pretty handily, you know.
Okay, at this point it's getting kind of risky. Um, okay, never mind. You just saw the. Okay, no,
You know?
I'm wrong. I was about to say it's getting kind of risky, but because you don't have any vision in the tri-bush and you're half HP. So if I mean Yi isn't really gonna gank a lot pre-6, but if he does and Trundle uses pillar on you, you don't really have any way to go except for flashing over the pillar. But since he stopped, it's all fine.
Now I'm just trying to shove it into the tower so she can arm worse.
All good.
An enemy has been slain.
This is fine. She could have condemned you, but she's
Missed a
low
lot of
herself,
CS
so.
there.
Finding light. Shine
This
bright.
fucker's good though.
Okay. So Trundle ghosting like that probably means that the Yi is going bot lane and that he's about to engage on you. So at this point I would run. Let's see if you do. Yeah, you do back off. That's all good. Seems like he's just misclicked or something. There's the Yi. Okay. Forced summoners, but you live. It's all good. J4 dies, but it's 3 for 1. So that's good. Let's just back it up for a second. Because while you did a good job, you could have played it a tiny bit better. At this point, I like how you're running up to 1, force the Vayne to back off, and 2, so you don't really lose a lot of time by running all the way around. But at this point, Vayne is like, okay, he's going for the Yi, I can go in on her. So now she's going to condemn you. At this point, I mean a tiny bit earlier. So right now you should have, you could have anticipated that the Vayne is now going for you. And at this point she's running towards you. So you know she's probably going to try and condemn you against this wall. So you could have anticipated on that and use your E for the movement speed to get about here, like to get from here to here. So if she condemned you, she would have condemned you all the way here without being stunned. And that way you win time, you don't really have to force your summoners. She would have actually saved you. Trundle wouldn't have been able to this pillar behind you.
Nope. That wasn't ideal, but
Yeah, just like you said, wasn't ideal, but it's fine.
2 down.
Again, 3 for 1, so yeah, I'll take it.
buy item.
It's all good. This is all nice, yeah.
I need to
Pushing,
gather my
backing.
strength.
Great. I would ping the Lux off the turret, because Lux is probably going for the
So
plate now. But she should have timed her back along with yours. Just so when you enter lane, it's not a 1v2, but you're actually gonna 2v2 again. But Lux staying for the plate, not only does it waste her time, but it wastes your as well, because now you're gonna be 1v2 for a while. Yeah, and Vayne stopped her back. So it's only now that she's starting
and
to
because
back.
Lux stayed, now I'm gonna be in lane by myself.
Yeah.
Mildly frustrating, but also like
Exactly.
I guess like Vayne's not super far behind. Unfortunately, I don't know.
They will
I was able to
come.
get a lot of her.
We'll
God
be
damn it.
ready.
Ah,
I was
that's
able to get a lot of her
unfortunate.
CS. That's such a terrible word.
All good. No worry.
Let them come to us.
That's pushing it.
Mm, chances are they're going for dragon.
Top right here.
Yeah, as soon as the Lux and arrives bot lane, I would probably go for another trade. Because right now they have priority. If Yi decides to go for dragon and force a fight, you will be forced to choose between either getting this wave or going for the dragon fight.
Oh, didn't mean to hit that
Seems
one.
like they're not doing dragon, so fine.
Killing spree.
Got most of it. That's good. This
Biggest
should
prey
stop
move.
here.
Still trying to harass. Oh, nice. Clean. Okay, this is a little less clean.
Wow. All right.
So, up until this point, it was clean. But now you're, for some reason, you're moving up to the wall, while Vayne is positioned right here. So if she condemns you this way and you walk this way, by the time she condemns you, you're here, and when she condemns you, it's a free stun into the wall. So what I would have done is, instead of going this way, I would have run all the way around the pillar. So if she tries to condemn you, there's no wall to be stunned against. Oh, seems like I forgot to raise one. There we go. Yeah, now
Wow.
she flashes to
Alright.
get the kill. She used flash, so you probably win next fight again.
Okay. That was my bad. I was positioned poorly.
Yeah, just like you said, position was pretty poor.
The void consumes everything.
Seems like
Leaving only
you
emptiness in its
recognize
wake.
your own mistakes, so that's not too bad. I do say not too bad a lot, do I? It's not too bad.
They need to listen to me.
Okay, let's fast forward.
A BF sword and went that path, I would have gone over here. The problem. If it was under their tower, it'd be great.
Don't know what Lux is doing.
But now this is like the worst position for it to be in.
Okay, yeah. Wait,
Okay,
did Lux do something wrong?
alright. We don't want to push over here. No.
Oh, I see. Well, there's two sides to the story. If you count the minions, you notice that you have more minions than they do, so it's gonna push towards their tower anyway. But you are right, you do want to slow push it. You don't want to shove it into the tower, because it's not going to hit anyway.
No.
Yeah, I mean, if you both fast pushed it, it would have crashed into the tower, and that would have been fine. Because if you look here, the next minion wave is only at the first tower. I mean the second one, but so if you mirror it, the next wave for the next enemy lane minions would be around here. So by the time you push it, if you both fast push it, it will crash into the tower in time, probably. But same thing for slow pushing. If you both slow push, then it's fine as well, because you just build up a bigger wave and then crash it into the tower. So both are fine, but just because you both have a different plan, it doesn't work out.
Right now.
Yeah, see, if you would have pushed it along the Lux, it would have crashed into the tower and it would have been a-okay. But slow
Like now
pushing
it's
was
frozen
indeed a,
under, like not even under their tower.
yeah, yeah, slow pushing was indeed a kind of a better option in my opinion. So you are right, pinging her back. She made a mistake,
Problem.
but at the same
If it was
time,
under their tower, it'd be
yeah,
great.
it's kind of iffy. But whatever.
Now this is like
That's solo queue.
the worst position for it to be in.
That is correct.
Really hard for me to punish her. 'cause of how close the tower
Also,
is.
you could have pinged your ward, pinged her that it's on cooldown. Maybe that would have made her make the decision to ward herself. I don't know if she has wards.
But at least she'll lose this cannon. And good. We don't have any vision of anything.
That is correct.
Not
You
good.
do not have vision, so this is kind of risky. But at the same time, you do have flash up again in a few seconds. So you should be fine.
Yes.
Yeah,
Trying
Vayne is
to,
still scared.
Shoot all my missiles at her, but she decided that
That's
she
what
was
you
gonna-
wanted.
Laner? Katarina, alright.
Banish the shadows.
Okay, so
Try by them.
sorry for my throat.
Probably the dragon.
Okay. You're probably gonna try and fight or at least poke the Vayne down. But at the same time, they just took dragon and they're now all four are running to you. So, my question to you is, what is trying to harass the Vayne gonna do? There's like 0% chance that you're gonna kill her, and all you're doing is putting yourself in more and more danger the longer you stay.
Gotcha. By the light.
Yeah, that's
God,
what I'm
God.
talking about.
Should have just left, right? Like I was out. I was trying to do stuff anyway.
Yeah, see, I mean, you're recognizing your own mistakes. You said it yourself. You should have just left.
Unstoppable.
But it's good. It's good that you recognize your
The
own
void
mistakes.
offer a
That's a
thousand
key
ways
to
die.
climbing.
Well, that's good. Good. I'll get her. Fuck her up.
Okay, well, it was a nice try, the W, but at the same time, I would have kept it until I was like at least 90% sure that it was gonna hit. Because right now you're already there. I would have waited until it was like point blank. Okay. She's trolling.
Wrong hood.
Has slain an enemy.
That's a free
That's
kill.
3.
I'll take it.
Back my tier. I can buy that when she doesn't have a full item yet. Good. Not by herself.
If I were Lux, I would have just recalled, but that's just me.
Yeah, she's one. Gotta be. Go. Now we're leaving.
Gotcha.
None of this.
Banish the shadows.
This is good. You're staying safe. If the Lux wants to suicide, that's on her, but I like that you're not making it worse. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I like that you stayed safe, but at the same time, when right now, when the TF is ulting bot lane, this is still good, but at this point I would start like rushing in. There's no way they win. So like here, you just auto attacked the Trundle, stood still, and this is your second auto attack while standing in the same place. So I would use like the auto attack cancel, the animation cancel, the orb walking, stutter step, whatever you want to call it. I would use that in this direction to kill the Vayne, to like not really kite the Vayne, but to keep up with her.
Probably should take me. Well, so the only we have to worry about is
It's all cool. TF got a double kill. He's
Not
7-0, probably
right
gonna like blow up the game. Although it's a loss, how do you lose? How do you lose this game? Probably maybe Katarina
No, I don't wanna be.
popping off late game,
I'll be back.
getting resets. Okay. Okay, so you got the kill, but let's yeah,
No, I don't
get
want
back to here. So you just killed the bot lane. You just double killed them. There's no real way that they're back already, so it would have been safe to hit the tower because yeah, you've got Yorick top lane, a Katarina mid lane, and you just double killed them. They might be about here. So the only one who's actually going to can try and stop you is the Yi. But you two, a 7-0 TF, and you as a full HP 3-2 Kaisa,
Maybe.
yeah, you can
I'll be
easily 2v1 him. So this would have been free to go for, but this is fine. And then you W right now. But what I would have done, I would have waited until the Yi got stunned to have a 100% hit on the Yi. Because yes, you killed him, but you could have killed him faster. And like in this scenario, it's no biggie, but in any other scenario where there would have been
I don't wanna be
follow-up
here.
from the
I
enemy
want to
team,
leave.
it could have been a problem.
But
moment. The hunt will resume.
Okay, so let's back it up.
That's
but
the moment. The hunt will
It's okay to keep fighting here, but I have no real clue why you walk up, auto, and then immediately ult. So right here, you ulting doesn't really do anything. Because you were already in range, you could have just kept auto attacking or used W. And if you use W auto attack and then maybe ulted and Q, then I think it would have been you would have been able to kill the Vayne. But right now you didn't even use W while she's low, but if you W now, there's another medium wave coming, so they're going to block it. Yeah. So this is just kind of a mechanics thing. I would have W. I would have used like no. Right about here. I would have just walked up like you did, then auto attack W, maybe another auto attack, and then R Q. I mean R behind her, then Q, and then if she would have been still been alive even after the Lux R, then you would have just been able to kill her with the last auto attack, and maybe if the turret was killing you, you could have flashed out. But yeah, it's kind of hard to make those calls in the heat of the moment. What I would say is try and practice making a habit of planning out a fight before it happens. Plan a fight out in your head before you start the fight. It's the same thing with the condemn earlier right here. If you could have anticipated the condemn, if you planned out the fight first and went like, okay, if I go this way, she might condemn me, but then I can use E or maybe even flash to make her condemn me into the, I think it was a Yi over here, into the Yi. She, there's no way they could have killed me. There's no way I had to. I would have been forced to use heal, stuff like that.
Might have been able to be
Okay.
onto her, you know.
We're backing, going mid. I don't know how strong this Katarina is, but
Gotcha.
okay, it seems like you can kill her. That's okay.
What was she doing?
Yeah, she must be feeding.
I don't understand.
I mean,
Gotcha.
I was afraid of her because I just see Katarina and I think like, oh shit, assassin. But at the same time, I'm not playing the game. I have no feeling of how strong she is. But come to think of it, the TF is 7-0, so she must have been feeding.
Gotcha.
What was she doing?
And 4.
I don't understand.
This is why I came back.
Yeah, see,
Why I
that's
came
better.
back.
So right now you walk. Oh, my bad.
This is
Okay,
why
so-
I came back.
This is it. This is the W you want. There's like maybe 10% chance of her dodging it by a tumble or a flash. But I think she used tumble right before.
This is why I came back.
Oh no, she did use tumble right before. So maybe her tumble was up again and she could
That's
have used
fine.
tumble. But I like the idea of walking up to her and point blank using
Vayne heal?
W.
I don't know. I know I healed. I think Vayne healed. We need to get mid priority before we dragon. Okay. And we can dragon now. Oh, alright.
How is he weak? He's full HP. But okay, yeah. If your jungler is not up to it, then just don't do it. They're doing it. Oh no. Oh no, this is a free steal. Oh,
Well,
he didn't steal? That's okay, I guess.
that's unfortunate.
Monsters are everywhere.
Wait, unfortunate. No, they didn't steal.
Well, I mean, healing isn't the worst thing we could be doing, I guess, but it's definitely not. I don't know. Yeah.
Is he going for it? He's going for it.
Unmatched.
Oh. Oh.
Already gone.
Okay. So there's quite a few things here. Like right here, the Yi is obviously inting. Like he's going into 4 people while he's not even that strong. There's a Yorick top. He's not teleporting yet, and the Trundle isn't really close. I mean, he's not gonna be able to pillar for about 2 seconds. So I would have just walked up a bit. I mean, not walk into his face, but right about here, I would have just stayed in range and start auto attacking already. Yeah, just blow him up. And then right here, you could have used Q. Yeah, you used Q, so that's fine. You do use R, but okay, so it's all going fast. So can I slow it down? Yeah. Playback speed. Let's say half. So you can use R in this entire range. So up until here. And you use R here. But you could have used R here up until this point, giving you the free auto attack, free last auto attack on the Yi. And even if the last auto attack, if he would have flashed it or something, whatever, you would have been about here, so there would have been no way for this minion to block your W. There's that. And right here you flash, but the flash was totally unnecessary because the TF just teleported this way. There would have been no way for him to escape. Even if it would have gone this way, the Lux or the Jarvan would have killed him anyway. So you just wasted a 5-minute cooldown. And what if you desperately need it for next fight? Okay, so let's get back to the normal speed because that sound is annoying. I mean, it's still good because you killed 2 for none, but at the same time it could have been way better. You could have just not flashed, and if you lose next fight because you didn't have flash and you needed it, you're gonna be sad. Okay, that's just an inting Yasuo, but also someone kinda needs to go top. TF's going, that's all good. Recalling, let's speed it up. Oh. That's a free kill. Okay, tumble into you. That's all fine. There we go. Oh, J4 died.
The light will guide you, even now.
Alright, she made it out. Flash though.
Wait, how did J4 actually get 1v1 by the Tremble? But it's whatever. Yeah, this is awkward. We can go all the way back to this point. I would have just followed your team instead of going to the Dragon Pit, because even in the Dragon Pit you're in a more dangerous spot than when you would have been here. Right here you would have had backup from 3 different players, but if you walk here and if 2 of them flash over the wall and like burst you down, there's no real way for them to defend you. So just walk up here, stay with your team, keep your range, and yeah, check it. Melt them like butter. And here I would have, not that I like chasing, but I would have followed your team, because right now you're actually going alone versus a Trundle Faye. Yeah, and they're kind of splitting you now. He pillar, that's not the best idea. Okay, you can still win. Yeah, of course. Okay. So it's a nice win, but you made it look dangerous because you also took like these 2 spheres who slowed you. Okay, they heal you, they give you mana, but you didn't really need it.
8 kills.
Yeah, it's good that their bot lane was behind already. But overall, well played.
No, Mom,
Getting
just
2
making sure I'm not in trouble.
Okay. Yeah, that's just me speeding up, but at the same time when you're going for an objective, always ask yourself who can stop me. And right now there's 2 dead, but still that means there's 3 people missing. There's 3 people you don't see, and whenever you do not see people on the map, you should always assume that they're coming for you. So this means that there's going to be 3 people who's gonna try and stop you from taking this tower, and only 2 of you are here. I mean, Yasuo is here, but that's pretty far away. So if they all collapse on you, you're instantly dead. Especially since there's a Katarina along with them. And even if no one's here, there's no real reason to walk behind the turret, because there's no way for you to kill them before these minions die. So I would have just stayed on this side. Well, I wouldn't have been pushing the tower anyway, but if you are pushing the tower, then just stay on the safe side. So yeah, just
I guess that was probably bad,
my
right?
bad. Just don't do objectives until they're free. And that's what I meant by always ask yourself who can be there to stop you. And if there's someone there who can stop you, then ask yourself, okay, there's someone here, can I stop them from stopping me? And in this case it's a Katarina, so an assassin, so I would say no. Especially not under the tower.
No, it is Katarina. I just wasn't, honestly I wasn't paying attention. Like,
yeah, and again, you recognize your own mistakes, so this is fine. Like, most of your mistakes, you recognize them yourself.
Bad habit, right? I should go this way instead.
The only mistakes you didn't really recognize,
better
I
chances
think,
of
was
escaping.
here in the Dragon Pit when you didn't follow your team. But then again, it led to a double kill. And the second thing was kind of a mechanic thing,
The void is not so much a place.
or two
Right.
mechanic things.
Run, baby.
Yeah, that's just them overstaying.
Ground.
Oh, that's a hit. Free kill. Good.
Did it.
9 lives taken.
So this is kind of the same issue. You're Yasuo and Kaisa, so yeah, you're kind of late game, you're strong already, but at the same time, one is dead, one is stopped, so still 3 people can go for you. And again, one of them is Katarina, who has already proven to be able to burst you down. So what I would do here is just ping back the Yasuo, or maybe let him split push, but I would have like gone to the dragon area already. Probably ping the J4 to try and go for a dragon play. Yasuo, the TF could have gone top because he has he doesn't have his R. But yeah, I mean, someone has to go top, but at the same time it's an infernal dragon. So I would go for that over the top lane. But you being bot here doesn't really do anything. And if you do get caught, then it might have been a throw. If you die here, it's probably the game-changing throw.
Oh,
Or that.
trees. How I missed them.
Yeah, if they take Infernal here, it's gonna be a harder game. Okay, now it's free again. Just wait it out, play the vision game.
Shining gold.
I wouldn't fight yet.
That happened.
You could
Oh well.
try and get the ward here, yeah.
Lucky them.
Okay, and don't
Wanna-
front line.
Want to do to or ult to him so bad, but I know Katarina's just waiting to shit on me. He doesn't have a zone yet. Nice.
Oh no.
Hold it, partner.
Oh, I get out. I'm just bye. Just do dragon now, yeah.
Okay, that R was kind of iffy. You did harass him and poke him down.
Hello.
But at the same time, let's back it up. There's two reasons I wouldn't have done that, because when you are, there's Trundle here, Katarina here, but where's the rest? If you are and they suddenly all collapse on you, like there's only 2 people here, but if there could have been 4 people. And if they all collapse on you, you're just instantly dead because your team wasn't able to follow up. But this turned out to be okay, because you forced back the Katarina, the Yorick was already FHB.
Oh, I get out. I'm just bye. Just do Dragon now, yeah.
But I believe this, and that's the second reason. I believe you could have also done that without using R. You could have just walked up. If they tried to go for you, just use your Q, E, and have backup from your team. Just poke him down and then go for Dragon, or just don't poke him down. Just use your W, because he hit your W on the Katarina. Just leave it at that, and just go to Dragon. Maybe clear the vision and then wait in this bush to bait them for a fight, or just blatantly do Dragon, because the Orc was FHB. You probably would have won anyway. Oh, not sure if I want to have this on YouTube,
Alright, what's up?
I might just cut it out.
Alright, I am learning Kaisa. Kaisa's a lot of fun. What the fuck are you doing? Why aren't you at work?
It's a good day for a hunt.
Okay. That's cool. You know who Kaisa is?
An ally has been slain.
Yeah, it's the Void AD carry. It's Vayne 2.0.
Vayne 2.0. It's kinda true. Okay. We can talk about this. So let's back it up. You just did Dragon, and yeah, I do get it.
I'm learning Kaisa.
I get why you're going bot.
Why aren't you at work?
That's just
It's
on
a good
them.
day for a hunt.
I would say like
Okay.
group with your team,
Cool.
but not really. They should have just backed off.
You know who Kaisa is?
An ally has been slain.
Yeah, it's the.
This is just fine. I would have. I mean, it's fine up until here. Like, right about here when the Lux dies, I would have recognized that this fight is lost because only Vayne died and 3 of you already died. The Katarina is going to die, but that still makes it a man advantage for the enemy team. And right now the Yasuo is dead already too, so that's just a 3v1 right now. And yes, you're killing him, but is it worth giving your life because you're 9-3? I would have just recognized the loss and run. Yeah, because now you're forced to flash and you died anyway. So
rough.
again, if you
Probably should have paid attention. I was too busy, you know, being fat.
I mean, yeah, let me like finish my previous point. Like your flash, I would save it, because right here you use pillar and you flash over it, but if you flash over it, you're still slowed, so they're still going to catch up anyway. So one, I wouldn't have joined the fight, so you wouldn't have been forced to flash anyway. But once he pillared you, I wouldn't have used my flash because it was a waste anyway. You're dying anyway, so
Ouch.
you flashing is just
Probably should have paid attention. I was too busy
wasting a
you know,
summoner.
being fat. I'm like really strong. Yes, on a ton, but work.
In the void, I had
So
no
right
one.
now your flash
I
is
was
down,
a doomed outside,
and if you use it next
Here,
fight again,
people
you're
are
gonna be
everywhere.
sad.
and they are all mine.
So that might be like one working point.
Right.
That I'm seeing a pattern in, is that you overuse your flash.
There's no reason for me
And
to be there.
um,
Alright, let's go here.
Forgiveness
Yeah,
is
never
hard,
mind.
Get her. Oh, she can be
but
right
so
there.
very worth
just the use of your flash. Try to save it for. There's 3 reasons to use a flash. It's 1 to save your own life, 2 to save someone else's life. For example, when Caitlyn uses R on someone low, and the only way for you to block that ult is to flash in front of it. That's a reason. And 3 to kill someone. But apart from those 3 reasons, especially up until like high diamond, there's no real reason to flash. Because yeah, in masters, or I don't know, it might be worth in certain scenarios to use, for example, when you're Ash, might be worth to use your flash and then volley to slow someone, in order for someone else to catch up. But especially in lower elo, you're gonna be the one who makes I mean, you're probably gonna be the one who needs to do the carrying. And if you use your flash for something small like that, then it's just wasting. And if you're gonna need it for next fight and you don't have it because you use it for a flash volley and you didn't even kill someone, yeah, then that's gonna be unfortunate.
Damn.
So always try to keep your flash for when it's really necessary.
What? Why would we? Alright, sure. Let's go get him.
This is kind of dangerous.
Chasing.
Why they're
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
yeah? Why are
Please.
they going to? Oh no, they're trolling.
And he died. What a shocker.
Okay, so yeah, that's how you
They
lose in
both
solo
died. What a
queue.
shocker.
Stay there.
Alright, I don't like being where I'm going. Get our mid priority. Are you watching?
Yes, I am.
That's. I wanna go that way. Chilling.
Void rule number 1.
Yeah.
Don't die.
This master you want to fight?
Lucky them.
There we go. See, that was
Yeah,
better
I don't know
from
why,
the
though,
last time. This time you
11.
waited
Just
for you
getting
to be
pooped
stunned
on. I
to
love.
get
So
a
my favorite thing about
guaranteed
Kaisa right
W.
now, she counts the number of kills you get. She's like 1, 2, 3, 11, 26. No, depending on how many kills you have. Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing here. Sunpo kills me. It's probably back up.
Protect you.
Alright, yeah. Kill those real quick.
Perform your rites.
Yeah, Katarina and Yorick and I'm trying to think of the things that kill me before I go in. And so like
That's good.
Trundle, Pillar, Vayne Condemn, Katarina, like Shumpo, whatever kills me. Alright, so Trundle's already used his wall, so I'm not afraid of that anymore. Alright. I want to kill them so bad.
Claims you.
Vision can make all the difference.
Alright, Vayne flash and ulted.
Hold it, partner.
Oh, what?
Curse upon the ground. Shine and go.
Gotcha.
Lucky them.
Oh,
That was good.
okay, yeah. This is wrong. So it starts with you using your ult. This is kind of weird because you did poke her out. It does a lot of damage your W, but you ulting in doesn't kill her. There's like 0% chance you're killing her. So you ulting in you're just wasting your own self peel in a way. Like, I'm pretty sure that further on in the fight, you're gonna be needing your R. You're gonna be needing it to get in a safe place, or to like actually chase someone in order to kill him.
Go.
And yeah, you just wasted that ability. And the second thing is, I don't really know why, but for some reason you like staying like around this area, but especially against a Vayne and a Katarina, this is the most dangerous place you could be in.
Gotcha.
So I would just stay, instead of here in this area, I would stay right about here in the middle of the lane, because yes, you're gonna be hitting your W when you're standing here, but you can also be standing like around here in the lane. And even then, even if you're in the middle of the lane, hitting your W isn't really that important at this point. And then again here,
Partner.
wait, so you're ulting in, yeah, we know.
Come and go.
So this is dangerous positioning. Right now she's gonna use her Sonya. So right now she's in stasis, and I don't know if you W'd right here. Yeah, might be just unfortunate timing.
That was good. Bye-bye.
Yeah, so I'm gonna guess that what's losing you the game is gonna be your positioning in fights.
Alright. Remember Condemn can kill me? Condemn comes up off of cooldown very quickly. So I was like, gosh, it condemned somebody and he pillared. Oh wait, there's a cooldown. Alright, we won the fight though. It just, I ended up dying, and I don't think I needed to die.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm like almost 100%.
It's also true that indeed you won the fight, so it doesn't really matter. But at the same time, it does matter, because I have a feeling that it's gonna be happening again. Let's fast forward.
Like, we're so far ahead. So if we engage on them,
I wouldn't stay bot lane. Right, this wave was fine, but right now the Baron is up, and if they notice that you're still pushing bot lane, they're just gonna force a fight, or they're gonna force Baron. And if they're forcing Baron, your team will probably try to contest it, giving them the free win on a team fight because you weren't there.
we let them engage on us.
So right now, after this wave, after killing the previous wave, I would now rush topside for a possible Baron fight.
So if we engage on them, it's great. Alright. So all of them are... Alright, this is... I'm making a mistake right now. I'm inching.
Yeah. See, and
They're
again,
all
you know.
Baroning, and I am going bot lane.
Your turret has been destroyed. I'll be back for more.
Gotta be out of here. Alright, I'm fucking gone.
Yeah, they're forcing it because they saw you bot. You might be there in time.
Imagine a place where it's always night and you're holding faith for a doom that
If your team is just gonna be...
I don't have to.
Yeah, your team just needs to be
I've been
like a little patient. Now you can try and contest.
Yes.
There we go. That was a nice arm. Okay, the flash wasn't really needed. Because again, let's go to your flash. Yes, you're in like the cage in the Yordle in the Yordle cage. Now you're in the Yord cage, but there's no real way for them to kill you. They're not even really going for you. They're going for this guy. So they're not going for you. So what you can do is just kill the cage instead of flashing out of it. Right now you need flash. Right now you could have used E to go over here and then flash over the wall to safety.
Why does Zonia's not go off?
Yeah, okay, but the Zonias wouldn't have saved you.
Alright, whatever, doesn't matter. I think we're losing now. I don't know how we fucking throw this game, but like our team doesn't know how to engage. I think that's literally all we needed to do was engage. Like that's it.
That's true. I mean, I was only looking at your point of view, but I don't really know what the rest did.
Yes. No.
So this was fine. 3 of you are in Baron Pit now, ready to fight. 1 gets blown up, 1 enemy. So this should have been fine. Right here you should have probably walked back a bit because you're kind of frontlining these 2. And the Yasuo as well. Yasuo should have been back as well because he's kind of squishy too. What is he? I think J4. Yeah, J4 should have been going right now, but he's stuck in the cage. Now actually they're just forcing it. After Yasuo died, everyone should have backed off and maybe re-engaged. But J4 is tunnel visioning, and by the time he can R, he's already half dead. And then you have Lux kind of going kind of melee mode. She could have been here. And when she would have been here, she could have seen the Katarina, maybe stunned her, and you could have blown her up. Along with the TF. But yeah, it was kinda you wasting your flash. You could have flashed to safety right here. Use your E, flash over the wall. But the Jarvan should have backed off too, and then maybe go for re-engage on the Katarina because you saw Katarina here. Yeah. So it was not only
Why
your
does Zone
fault,
just not go off?
you could have played it better.
Alright, whatever, doesn't matter. I think we're losing now. I think that's literally all we needed to do was engage. Like that's it.
Your turret has been destroyed. Your turret has been destroyed. Your inhibitor has been
Also, I would just like instantly mute everyone, especially when they're talking to you. There's nothing that you can say to make them agree with you. Everyone in low elo thinks they're right. So whatever you're going to say, they're just gonna stay mad at you and keep typing.
Deep inside a vast emptiness.
So instead of typing, I would
I do
just
not wish to
like
grow old and
not waste time and mute them. Not only to not waste time, but also to like stop you from tilting even more. Also not sure if you should have ulted. No, you should have. You could have also just used E for movement speed and then
Doesn't
yeah,
matter. I think
just
they've
run them down.
counter-thrown.
your turret has been destroyed.
So I feel like you're just wasting abilities that you shouldn't be using.
Enemy rampage.
stay alert. Stay aggressive.
Oh no. Yeah, at this point, just back off, run, let her die. Okay. That's a good job, she just suicided, that's not on you. some R into that.
I did so much damage, Jesus Christ.
That's nice. And that's a Quadra for Yorick.
That's fucking awkward. My plan was the Zonias and then heal the moment Yorick finished his teleport, and the moment like my Zonias came off.
Yeah, let's see. So that's a nice engage, but that it's kind of risky to R in the middle of them, because if you have this entire area, you could R to. I would have R'd to like this place, and then used Q, and then you could have still like used E to go out. But right here, you're using R in the middle of the J4 ult. So right now, there's no real way for you to get out. So if you would have used R around here at the edge of the Jarvan ult, you could have backed off and you wouldn't have been this low. You would have been like at this much HP, like about 50%, and even with heal, and you would have been wouldn't have been forced to use your Zonias, and that would have made a lot of difference.
That's fucking awkward. My plan was the Zonias and then heal the moment Yorick finished his teleport before heal went off. But Trundle and Yorick do a lot of damage.
It's over.
Yeah.
That's sad.
I can't kill them with it.
That's unfortunate because it was a good engage.
Yeah. Oh.
And bam, over. Okay. So the key points to work on, to recap, let's say one was your positioning and always planning a fight before it starts. But I like how you recognize your mistakes after you died. I mean, a lot of mistakes. You recognize some of your mistakes after you died, so that's good. That's a way to climb, and I'm sure you're gonna be able to climb. And the second thing, and this is the most important one, is to keep your abilities for when you're like 90% sure that they're gonna have value. And what I mean about that is your R, for example, Kaisa R, is your main mobility skill. Apart from like you do have your E for movement speed, but your R is like a dash, and that's your self peel. So it gives you a shield, a lot of mobility, can get you places. So that's your most important ability of the entire game. I would use that for the exact same reasons as your flash, and those reasons are: one, to kill someone. So, and even then, your R, I would save it for when you kill someone and still stay alive. Because yes, if you kill someone, yeah, you gotta kill. But if you die, you lose the rest of the fight. Because you, especially late game, you are the carry. You need to stay alive and clean up the team fight. So your R should have only be used to kill someone while staying safe. Or to save your life. And same goes for your flash. I've seen you use flash multiple times when it wasn't really needed. And if you save your flash and your R for when you really need it, then I can see you climbing in no time. I can see you climbing up until like at least high plat in no time. Because I like your attitude. I like how you criticize yourself and recognize mistakes. But now you just gotta practice recognizing your mistakes, and yeah, learning from them. So that's it. Those are your key points. I wish you good luck in your next games, and if you want me to go for another coaching session, then hit me up and maybe we can do one together. So yeah, that's it. Good luck in your games and see you next one. Bye.